guys, it's early morning. It's a little bit cold for a t-shirt, but here we are. And I guess the title gave it away. We are moving. So this is happening a lot sooner than we expected. I'm just going to tell you how this all happened and what we are looking forward to and what I hope you guys will be looking forward to as well. So I know the very first time I mentioned moving was when we were down here in September. My sister just moved back to California from Tennessee and settled in North San Diego County. And so we came down to visit and found the area to be beautiful, more affordable than where we live if I wanted to get any kind of land. And I mentioned that I had outgrown our 8,000 square foot home that we currently live in. I've done pretty much everything I can possibly do to every square inch of that property. And if I was going to continue to expand the channel and actually live out my dream gardens, we were going to have to make a move. The thought was in a year or two, probably that would happen. And then we were down here, and I brought you guys all with us down here back in April to look at the different areas that this county has, or this part of the county has to offer. And we settled on 2 or 3 nice areas that we really liked. And we had said at the time, and we were completely serious, that we were going to wait a year, so probably the end of next summer. And that was the plan. Now, Emily kept looking online at properties and things that came up just, you know, out of curiosity and sending me texts of all these different things she was looking at. And one came up that looked perfect. Perfect. Inside, outside, exactly what we would want. And so we found a realtor, my sister's realtor that they used when they moved here. Hi, Anita, you're awesome. And we set up a time to look at that property. And it was better than it even looked online, which is rare, what we found out. And so we saw the property, walked the property. It was the first time I had ever stood in anything of that size. It was 2 acres, but I was so excited because I started at one side of the property and I kept walking and I kept walking and I hadn't reached the other side of the property yet. And I'm like, this is crazy. But we loved it so much that we got pre-qualified, put in an offer, and we did not get it. It was very disappointing. But what we found through that experience was several things. Number one, the housing market here is like skyrocketing. List price is simply a suggestion, and it's actually going for way more than that. But we also learned that we were ready. And since we had already been pre-qualified and we were looking, the Band-Aid was kind of ripped off. We went home. Emily kept looking online, found a couple of other properties. But you know, this is 2.5 hours away on a good day with no traffic. So our realtor and my sister would walk properties and take us through virtually, and you know, pretty much we could rule out very quickly if it's something we didn't want. Well, we found one that came up and it looked like something we did want. So we hopped in the car last weekend, drove down here, and we viewed it once, and it didn't hit us exactly the first time that this is the property we will be living in forever. It was nice. The house was, the kitchen was very small. Not what we would want, but everything else kind of ticked all of the boxes. 6 minutes from Noah's new school, so close enough to town to feel like we weren't out having to drive miles and miles and miles anytime we needed something, but far enough outside of town that it actually felt like country living. And so that was perfect. 2 days later, we went back and saw it again. I really fell in love at that time. Emily was still concerned about the small kitchen, but I knew that there was ways around that and there was things we could do. And really, that's why the house was not in a bidding war and was not selling quickly. It was the kitchen. So we put in an offer, and on last Monday, we found out that it was accepted. So we came home, ecstatic, realizing everything we still had left to do. So we're back this weekend for inspections and having a painting contractor come out. We're gonna get it painted just to freshen it up before we move in. But the house isn't what I bought the property for. It's just under 1.5 acres, perfectly laid out. It is not completely flat, which is what I thought I wanted originally. But when I saw this property, there was different topographies and terrain which are perfect for the 4 types of gardens that I want to build. It's got a huge area for a Mediterranean style vegetable garden off to one side. In the back, it'll be great for my tropical garden. In the front, perfect for a traditional English cottage garden. And on the other side, a Japanese garden. There's also room for livestock. And so of course we're gonna have chickens and be adding to our flock, but we're also looking at goats and something that I have wanted to raise since I was a kid and saw them at the county fair, and that is alpaca. And in case you were wondering, this is not the property that I'm on right now. So the dates are, we take ownership on July 4th, and then we'll work the month of July to kind of, you know, update things and stuff. But planning to move around the end of July, August 1st. That's a whole nother thing, is saying goodbye to my current property that I've poured blood, sweat, and tears into. And you will probably see more tears coming. Right now I'm not thinking about that. I'm all about the excitement of what is to come. And I really hope that you guys are excited to go on this journey with us, because I'm gonna show everything. Everything we do to the property, including building all of those gardens. Now, obviously this is not gonna be happening, you know, I'm not going to finish this property for a few years, but it's going to be a fun process. Hopefully I will inspire you guys along the way. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll just enjoy watching me make mistakes. I don't know, but it's going to be fun, and we could not be more excited. And I will be able to take you on a tour of the property once we take ownership. So if the videos are disjointed or maybe, you know, I miss 1 or 2 here and there, it's because of all this. Plus I'm writing the book, right? So like I needed something else big at this time, but I'm not the brightest, I guess. You got to take things when they come, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I am trying to just roll with everything and not stress too much, and I'm doing pretty good. If you know me, I'm doing real good right now. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon.